BassResinator here. This is another set of molds I received from Let's Resin, and it's continuing the Animals Farm, not George Orwell, but the Animal Farm, cute Animal Farm. So what is this one? Chicken and duck ornament resin molds. So let's open these up. And I've already got some stuff over here to decorate these. Here we go. And I have looked to see how much resin I need, so I've already mixed that up. It's out in the vacuum chamber while I get these out. And I'm using deep pour resin again, so that, because the big mold here is large. So definitely need, well, hello. Definitely need deep pour for it. Okay, so here is the little duck mold. Dun, dun, dun. Now, a lot of the times, these newer molds, oh, there it is. It does say 4.7 fluid ounces for that one. Okay. Now, here is the big chicken. Oh, the little chicken is inside the big chicken and not in egg form. Huh. Oh, what a cute. Oh, he's in an egg. Cracked egg. Okay. Yes, cuteness. Okay, so does this say how much? Oh, there it is. Let's resin. 5.3 ounces. So for both of those, it's going to take 10 ounces. And this one, this is the big chicken. It's got a cute face. There it is written right over there. 17.3 ounces. So I mixed up 18 ounces for this one. I haven't added the color. The color is going to be added in just a bit. There was something inside that mold, so I just used I was going to say a diaper wash. A baby wipe. Well, I guess that's a diaper wash type of thing, huh? Okay, so how am I going to get done? I guess I can get done in there. I want to do the eyes with black UV resin. I made a little rubber ducky mold of a little tiny rubber duck that I have, and I wait until the end to put UV resin on. But I think since these eyes are so well developed, I think it'd be easier to get them in there now. Little tiny eyes right there. And the beak, what I think I'm going to do for the beak on the chicken, because they have really small beaks. They're kind of cute. And then the comb, this one has a little tiny comb, and that one has a bigger comb. I'm going to use chrome powders, but I'm going to use these little micro brush things on there. And I had some toothpicks around here. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. I'm going to put some of the black UV resin down on the mat, and then put it up into the eyes. And I've got my Let's Resin UV flashlight right there. So I'm going to use chrome powders. I think I'm going to do the chrome powders first, because I don't want to knock loose the UV resin once I get going with that. Okay, so, well, that's the chick. On this duck, I'm trying to see if I can turn this inside out to paint down in there, or to dust, and that's going to be awfully hard. Can I turn it inside out? One way to find out. Sort of. Where's his beak? Or is that his beak? That is his beak. All deformed. No, here's his beak over here. That's his wing. I was thinking that was kind of weird. Glove sliding. Can I get down in there? I don't know. I'll try. But I'm going to use chrome powders. And on that beak, I think I'm going to try and use this brush. The brush that comes with the set. The duck beak. Or the duck bill. That's really what it's called, is a bill. And I'll use the gold. I don't need very much because this stuff goes a long ways. I know I got the top part of it, but did I get the bottom? Yeah, I think I did. No, I still need a little bit right in here. This is not the easiest thing to do right here. Oh boy. Okay, let me turn that back inside. Hoi. I just got a little bit on his face that I need to get off. Okay, so that was actually not, it was not the easiest thing, but it was not as hard as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so let me clean that off. Let me put the top on this. I want to get the red. Oh, that's green. That's blue, so this has got to be the red. Oh, I could go that color. The pink for the chick. That's not red. There's the red. Okay, so the eyes will come later. For the little chick, I'm going to use pink holographic to get down in his, but I need a smaller brush than what comes with the set because it's way down in there. bit more. To get on this side. There we go. Looks like I'm missing just a little bit, but it's pretty close, pretty close. Now, a little bit fell off the brush on the way down in. Okay, there's that. So the pink is done. Get the red on this other one, because the adult comb is going to be dark red, really red. Needs to be out of the way so I can see better. It was making a shadow. Look at that red. Well, goodness, I need something smaller to get in there. Let me use, I got this little makeup brush. Let me use, see if I can get down in there, because it's this back side over here that I can't get into with that brush. Well, let me work a little bit more on getting this done. I'll be right back. Okay, I finally got back in there. Maybe I missed a little dot, but hopefully that won't be too big of a deal. Now, I need to try and get those beaks done on these little chickies. On the chickens. With this little micro brush. You know what, I'm going to go for the big one first because that may be easier. Okay, it's got a beak. Now how about this guy? Where's his beak? Oh, it's over here on this side. I was looking at the side and not the front. Okay, now I have a little bit to wipe off. Got it. There's some down there. Something on the side there. Got him. Okay, so the little beak is done. Now I got to get the eyes. And the eyes I'm going to do with black UV resin. Get my powders out of the way. And whoa! Wipe up this so that I don't get any powder in that black. The duck is going to be the hardest, so I think I'm going to go for it first. So what I just do is I'll just squeeze out a little bit. This is a silicone mat. Now with black UV resin, it doesn't come out real black at first. You have to do it in layers. So that's what I'm going to be doing. You know, it might be easier if I use my dotting tool for this duck because it's further in there and it's got a little dip to go around. It's a very pale gray right now. I'll show you in just a second, as soon as I get that one in there. I don't know if you can see down in there. I'll show you in just a bit after I'm going to cure from the outside. And then from the inside as well. But you got to cure both sides so that when you go to unmold this, it doesn't come out all sticky. One eye's bigger than the other right now. Okay, I'll keep working on it. And I'll put this under a big lamp after I'm done doing this little bit. All right, there he's got the eyes. Okay, I'll come back to you after I get all three done. Okay, there is the little chickie with really cute eyes. And there's the big chickie with cute eyes. And there is the duck with big old eyes. Okay, let me go get the resin. As I was saying, let's go get the resin. I went and got it, but then I thought, that's an eggshell. So I'm going to try and dust it with the holographic silver from that chrome powder set. See if I can do that without making too big of a mess. I'm sorry I don't have a good angle for you to see what I'm doing, but I am trying to make it where I can use transparent resin, colored, not just translucent, but transparent. I want it to have color to it, but I want to be able to see all the way through, so I don't want any extra stray powder just sitting around. So I'm being real careful about how I go up on those areas. I want to get all semblance of free powder out the way. I'm going to have to clean up that area right there. I know right now I just bumped up on the edge. Almost all the way around, and then I'll go fill in the little spots where I need to. Okay, now I did miss one little area. Oh man. Okay, now let me let you see if you can see down in there, see what I was doing. I was going around the edge and getting all that area cleaned up. Oh, there's one spot where I can see where I went up on the side with when I was cleaning it. Right up there. Okay. And then right there is a little bit of part of the wing. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want the duck to be orange and the chick to be yellow. So I've got orange alcohol ink and lemon yellow alcohol ink. And let's see, this one takes 4.7 ounces. So let me pour in 4.7 ounces into this cup. How am I going to figure that out? That's a little over 100. Because this thing that I've got right here is only has milliliters on the side. Okay, that's a little over 100. And if I have extra, I can put it in with the other and mix it with the orange, and that'll be fine. But we're going to put lemon yellow in here. Okay, that is what I want as far as color is concerned. Now I had this in the vacuum chamber for quite some time. I don't have a debubbler machine, but I do have a vacuum chamber out in my garage, and there were no bubbles, and now I'm stirring and I'm probably introducing some bubbles. That's going to be a pretty little yellow chick. So we'll see if this is enough. If it's not enough, I can always pour some more in. I want to get that down into that comb area. There's a bubble coming up there and a bubble coming on the other side. Okay, now go in a bit more. And there's a bubble hanging out in the beak. I'll squeeze it just a little bit. Don't want to squeeze too hard. Maybe I can go in there with the toothpick. If I squeeze too hard, those eyes are going to come loose. I don't want that happening. I can see that bubble there, but I can't get a good grip on it. There. Got it with the deburring tool. Good. I'm going to need some more. Bubbles hanging out in the edge of that where the shell has little points. So if you get this mold or this set of molds, make sure you get all these areas that have spots that hold bubbles. Okay, I'm not going to need much more. Now these alcohol inks are from the set of 48 alcohol inks that Let's Resin produces. They just came out with another set. It's got, I think, 64 colors in it. And I'm like, oh, I just bought the 48. I should have waited a little longer. Then I could have gotten the 68. But what do they call that? Buyer's remorse? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But, you know, I am happy with these, so I'm not going to complain. And I still didn't put enough in there. Oh boy, by pouring it like I did right there, I got the bubbles coming up. Okay, just a little bit more. You know what? Maybe if I just do this and let it pour down in the middle, it will dilute that yellow. Yeah, it worked. I have a little bit that came over on the edge. And I'll be able to pop those in just a bit. Let me put just a touch more. Okay, that's it. Now the rest is going orange. And we'll put it in the duck. Whoa, there we go. Okay, now let's see if I can get this to go into his beak first. Okay, he's going in the beak. Pouring just a little bit. Okay, beak is full. His head is filling up. Okay, so now I don't have to worry about bubbles hanging out in that beak area, but I do need to move these things out the way. Let me get the little chickie and move him right there, and get the duck right here. And I got some bubbles I'll pop right there in just a bit. I'll use the he's got some feet that I could color right now. What color should I do? Gold feet? Well, while I'm doing this, let me do this. Don't use a torch. Just this long-handled lighter is all you're going to need. A torch is good if you're doing a resin table or something of that sort, but something small like this, you don't want to ruin your mold. Okay. Now there is a duck with, it's not a duck. It's a weird animal called a booby. Purple feet? No, let's give him these holographic pink feet. There's a thing called a blue-footed booby, and I always laughed at that name. It just sounded like I was being naughty or something, but well, that's a pretty color there. Now I think I'm done with the with the powders. Let me clean off the edge of that mold. Okay, now pouring slowly will help decrease the amount of bubbles that are produced. If you pour fast, like I did in that little chick, bubbles will come up. You might get one or two pouring slowly, but not nearly what I did. I'm glad on that little chick they were all towards the top so that they weren't getting stuck down lower. Looks like I could use just a touch more. Well, maybe not. But if I put in just a little bit more, get some of that clear from the big one, the big thing that I have over to the side for the big chicken. This will fill those feet all the way up. Okay, little chickie done, little duck done. Now to the big one. And what I want to do with it is I want to mix up white mica powder. Little bubbles will come up every once in a while, and when you see them, just pop them with the thing. Now I need to put in, with this size of amount of resin, I think I need to put in 3 scoops of this. 1, 2, and 3. Don't just start stirring really fast, because you can start getting that mica to float into the air, and that could, if it gets into your lungs, could be hazardous. So just start slowly mixing it in or folding it in, and it'll eventually go, and then you'll have this really creamy looking mixture. You want to make sure that you don't have any little powder puffs left. Get them all mixed up. Now this is deep pour resin that I'm using, and it mixes at 2 to 1, so there's 2 parts resin to the 1 part hardener, and it's very thin, so it releases bubbles very nicely. But you also have more working time. Sometimes with a 1 to 1, if I would have had it out in my garage as long as I did in that vacuum chamber, I may have had a flash cure. So, and a flash cure is when the exothermic reaction of the epoxy heats up so quickly that it just completely becomes hard, and you cannot pour it, and you just wasted it. So you need to be careful when you mix up a lot of resin. You don't want to mix up too much at one time, especially if it's a 1 to 1 or an art coat type of resin, because it will seize up on you real quick. I have had a flash cure, and it hadn't been very long, maybe 10 minutes or so, and I was mixing up 3 different colors, and I turned back to the first one that I mixed up, and there was smoke coming out of it, and I thought, oh man. And I went to pick it up, and it was so hot. I mean, I had gloves on and everything, but it was so hot, it was burning my fingers, and I'm like, nope. And then when I did, I went and got a paper towel and wrapped around the cup. I went to pour it, nothing came out. It was just solid. It had completely seized. So if you hear people talk about a flash cure with epoxy resin, that's what it is. And I have heard of people talk about they had a flash cure and it burst into flames. So I haven't had that, and I don't really want to. But just be careful when you're mixing colors and you got a big amount. Use it. Don't just sit and let it wait for a while, because you will possibly have a catastrophe, and you don't want that. Okay, so all of the mica now has gotten absorbed by the resin. But I just need to make sure that some of it hasn't sunk to the bottom and just stays down there in the clump. So that's why I'm mixing it like I am. I want to have no little pockets of powder. You want it nice and look at that, how that it just looks like white buttercream frosting. I mean, it's just but do not eat this. Do not drink it. Be very hazardous to your health. Okay, so now this thing, remember, the beak was an area on the little one that was holding a bubble. The beak is way down in there. And the comb was an area that could hold some, you know what, how did that get in there? That was some of that silver from the little chick's eggshell. Okay, I'm going to pour it on the side. Let it go into the comb and into the beak. I'm going to squeeze in that comb a little bit. Make sure no bubbles are hanging out there. And then also in the beak. Now, I think I got that beak taken care of and the comb taken care of. Now, this is a lot of resin going into this one. I saw the picture that Let's Resin put out with this mold, and they filled it up with fake pearls, which would be really nice to fill up so you don't have to use quite as much resin, but I did not do that. I just wanted to go straight white with that nice red comb, black eyes, and gold beak. Now I will, after I finish pouring this, I will take you down. I'll take the camera off the mount and I'll put it down so you can see these animals' faces. You know what? I almost need a little bit more resin. Oh no! Well, let me let that sit for a bit and maybe it'll pool better. And I still have a little bit of this yellow. We're not gonna, hopefully it doesn't. Well, you can't tell. Well, you can right there. She's getting ready to lay an egg. That's the egg developing. Oh, I still got a little bit of orange. Let's see if I can get... This is going to be funny. Don't look at the bottom of this. Yeah, that'll pool up together. Okay, let me turn these so I can see. That actually looks like a little egg developing there. Let me turn the duck. Don't want to turn it too quickly and cause a problem. Let me get the little chick. I want you to be able to see the faces of them. Okay. Now, okay, let me take the camera off the mount, and then I'll bring you down here. And there's the big chicken. And there's the duck. And there's the little chickie. Yeah, cool, huh? Okay, well, I'll come back to you when it's time to unmold. I still got a little bubble right there to pop. I think we're good here. And I got a couple around this one, so I'll take care of those, and I'll see you for the unmolding. Bye. Okay, these are cured. They're really cute looking. Let's see, let me try and move those over there, and I'll use my dotting tool to get this started. Now, I don't like using alcohol to get molds loosened because isopropyl alcohol can damage the silicone or make it so it doesn't last as long. So I want these to last as long as I can keep them. Well, my glove just popped open. I do have some dishwashing soap in this spray bottle. See if I can get that worked around. That made my glove very slippery. And my glove popped a seam, so makes it even harder to get into now. Okay, let's see if I can get my finger down inside here. Whoops. Now the good thing, nice thing about this is it's very stretchy silicone. Oh boy, look at that. Oh, so there's little, those are not bubbles, those are sparklies from the powder that I put in there. And the powder from his comb. That is so cute. Oh man. I will need to rinse this out so that I can get the soap out of there. Hopefully this one I won't need. Oh, I'm gonna need the soap to get his bill out, that's for sure. I keep coming over this way to push it up against my belly to get it supported. Let's see if I can get it over his tail. There, I got it over the tail. Look how pretty that is. That clear, crystal clear, see-through, and some of that pink from his feet. Will I need to use soapy water or not? I don't know. No, I think I'm getting it to go over his head, the back side of his head. Well, I said that, and then I got to a dead end. Now it's coming off. Dun dun dun. Get him wiped clean. Wow. This is cute. Oh man, this is cool. Very, very, very cool molds. Now, the giant chicken. And now I'm going to have to rinse that one out too. Will I need soapy water in this one? I tell you, you get a little bit of that soapy water in there, and it comes out really easy. I think I'm just going to do that. Get my finger in a little ways, spray a little bit of soapy water down in there, and then just squish it around, and it slides some oil to me. Let it trickle down my spine. Let it lubricate my mind. Now I will say these are thicker than another set of molds that I had, and so these stand up really solidly, which is nice, because the other ones that I had kept wanting to tip over. But these are really, really good. Well, oh boy, that's that's a chunk of resin here. Get that soapy water all over me. There we go. I've got soap on his back. Let me get that cleaned off. Get the mold turned correct. Now, oh man, this is a cute set. Got the duck. The big chicken, look at that comb. And then this little guy with, oh, these are really, really cute critters. Let's Resin did a really good job putting these molds together. Doing a little bit of research, trying to stay on the cute side, but also something that people wouldn't mind setting up on a shelf, you know, and maybe in a little kid's room or something. Help them sleep better. Yeah. And by putting that UV resin in the eyes beforehand, don't have to worry about painting them on now. I like doing it that way, partly because I'm not quite as steady as I should be when I'm painting, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get some pictures of these guys out in the sun. The sun is still up, so I'll go take care of that. And if you're a subscriber, thank you so very much for subscribing and supporting my channel with your patronage that way. If you are not and you would like to be, it's very simple. Just go down to the bottom of the screen and there's a button that says subscribe. Just click it and follow the prompts. And there's also a little icon of a bell. If you click that, anytime I do something new, you'll be notified. Channel does have memberships available, so if you want to help out the channel that way, just click the word join on the little button down there. Get all that soap off. There we go. Yeah, stick around. I'm going to have some pictures of these guys out in the sun. If you are interested in getting this set, this is a set right here. The description or the link for it of these molds will be in the description below. Now, just to let you know, I did a video yesterday with some other molds that Let's Resin made, and I want to show you those. There's the pig, and here's the cow. So we have the whole barnyard. We got big chicken. Well, let's do it this way. Big chicken, little chicken, duck, cow, and pig. Let's do this. And I will come down. I'll come down and get a video angle of their faces all together. Okay, just a second. And there's the cow and the duck and the little chick, the big chicken and the pig. This is old McDonald's farm right here. So yeah, all of these are available. Now, a link for the pig and the cow are in yesterday's video that I made. It's called Cute Farm Animals Part 1. And the chickens and the duck are Cute Farm Animals Part 2. So yeah. If you're interested in these, by all means, go down and click on the link. Plus, if you use the affiliate link that I will have in there, you can get 10% off. Ugh, that always helps save some money. Okay, stick around. I will have some pictures of these guys, or these guys, out in the sun. Okay, we'll see you. Thank you for being here.